Now, speaking of Iran, there's a few things going on in that country that I want to talk about. The first is the IAEA, that's the International Atomic Energy Association, released a statement that Iran is now on step 3 of a 4-part plan to produce fuel for the Tehran Research Reactor. What they did this time is took 257 grams of enriched uranium tetrafluorides and converted it into about 200 grams of uranium metal, and that metal will be used in the future turned into a reactor fuel plate for the Tehran Research Reactor. Of course, this is the reactor built for the Iranians by the Americans in the 1960s, and it could enrich uranium up to 20%, but this is medical grade. Now, had the U.S. complied with the Iran nuclear deal all along, this likely wouldn't be happening. But since Trump broke the deal and got out of it, this is the situation and what Iran is working on. This is in no way advancing their nuclear weapons program. This is their research reactor. And, I think they make like medicines, radioactive medicines and stuff like that here. But that doesn't stop the U.S. for demanding Iran stop this and claiming that it's an escalation. Of course, the U.S. has the largest nuclear arsenal in the world, and we don't recognize that our Middle East allies, Israel, has their own massive nuclear arsenal, and Iran's never even had its own nuclear weapons program, and yet the U.S. continues to condemn Iran for anything it does with its civilian nuclear energy program. Last story I have for today, and this is kind of a quick one here. Iran is asking Iraq to expel rebels from the Kurdish border areas. I guess there's a group of Iranian Kurds who are in Iraqi Kurdistan, and Iran wants the Iraqi government to take care of this. I'm not sure if the Iraqi government can. The Iraqi government has been demanding for several years now that Turkey stop carrying out operations in northern Iraq, and they just have no ability to stop them from doing it. Turkey has a military base there. They bombed some clinic and killed 18 people, I believe, this past week in Iraq. And so I'm not sure if the Iraqi government could even do anything about this. If maybe the Iraqi government could pressure some of the Iraqi Kurdish groups to get these guys out of Iraq. But this could be a problem for Iran going forward. I'm not quite sure, but I just want to keep an eye on this story and bring it up because I thought it was pretty interesting to see how the Iraqi government would respond to this request.